Zipnix, obviously. I'm going to answer the question before I even finish the sentence. But Zip is the real winner because he's already started on his utility damage.
He's in there. He's picking it up.
Dude, that HE just chucked onto short, chunked 3 guys for 30 HP each. So just so you know, right, Astralis, the best team when it comes to utility damage last tournament, all tournament long against the best teams. They were just doing so much work with grenades. And here in the first round, we've already got Zipnix just getting started, getting in there.
Started to build it up. Yeah, we can appreciate that. It must be annoying to play against, just having to run into those grenades all of the time.
Agony.
But from NiP's point of view, what a great way to get the match started. Made the right call, followed through on it. Again, pistol rounds can be, a bit of a gamble on all sides. And Astralis, I think, were actually trying to minimize how much they had to gamble with things by going out and finding the information rather than waiting around inside of a bomb site. But they got timed on when they actually got the information, basically when it was too late. So that can also happen. Device out here with a scout, and they have deagle, so every tag right here, even if he doesn't finish anyone off, every tag like this is going to be huge. So far, it's only the one. Meg is up close, and he's doing a little bit more damage. Dupree, a bullet here might do it. Hampus and CTR both really low on health, and he's not going to be able to. Jumping past the corner, so still dangerous round here for NiP. They got to be real careful.
They're so vulnerable to the Deagles and what they're capable of right now. And the Deagle Scout combination, one shot with that Deag, the Scout follows it up. Never mind, device is gone. So no more Scout, and that is going to be just picked up a little bit of nades. Some nades getting picked up here by NiP, and NiP are just they've chosen to go with like the wrecking ball approach, where they kind of just group up together as a unit and trade. Whole name of the game here is for them to stay close so that they can trade just like that. Glaive gets one, but he's not going to get another.
Yeah, I think they've managed to sort of calm things down a little bit here. Sip has another HE grenade, so I for a second I thought maybe he could get there for the bomb plant and just blow someone up. But I think now he could still do more damage, and that would probably still be worth it.
Yeah.
But winning the round, I think, is kind of out of the question. Yeah, Nork and Hampus very low on health. Yeah, you could tell. You could get a sense in this round of just how much could have gone wrong. So I'm glad that NiP actually managed to keep that cool. I think at most he's trying to keep them close to the bomb, or maybe just close to the HE. Throwing it right on top of Rez. It'll do a little bit more. Not as much as it could have been, and the Deagle will not ring true. So I think that was actually pretty well handled by NiP. These are the kind of rounds that you can easily get rattled in, right? You take some scout damage, you lose a couple of players early on, and the panic sets in, but not the case for the Swedes. So I'm happy to see that.
So you got some guys, they play for scoreboard, right, Anders? So they'll play for kills, they'll bait their teammates, right? Exactly. You know all about that. I'm convinced that Zipnix plays for utility damage now, because that smoke into HE is just he's just literally baiting somebody into that HE. He knows they have to check it.
I'm not leaving this room. They're going to end up fighting a little bit separate there. They did put the flash out to try and catch someone, but it looks like NiP are going to be just fine here. And Dupree coming up with another couple of kills, so it becomes pretty expensive. That's back-to-back rounds where they lose 3 rifles, or 2 rifles, I think the last one, but still, yeah, making it expensive is Astralis, and now they can pick up their own rifles and really start fighting.
That was a hard eco as well.
Yeah.
USPs. It's not even like they invested anything and they managed to get 3 guns off. That's really nice work here from Astralis, making sure that NiP do not get too ahead of themselves. And so now we get to see here Astralis on this CT side. What are they going to be going for? 3 towards B. Looking like a default approach here from Astralis. Device likes to play aggressive on the CT side when he has that AWP. He decides to play it a little bit, still here, still looking for the shot. But he will push top mid as well with that op. He's not afraid to.
And this is a beautiful setup, actually, from Astralis. I've seen this very many times before. They throw that smoke all the way to the barrel. You could see it right here in front of Hampus. That means if anyone is helping, and then they flash their way out, and this time they took down CTR. But yeah, that's so cool. I've seen them do that a number of times before. I think they actually throw. I think it's Megas who throws the smoke basically from where the boost spot is. So right as you enter the B area, and then it's a genius setup. It's really cool to see. And it segments, if anyone is out there, they're going to get caught in the flashbangs, and the teammates that are further behind can't actually help out. Now, Sip all the way back here with just the AUG. Let's see if he can take someone with him. He's going to get some really advanced info. That's a nice flashbang, though, and they were ready for it. Counter Molotov comes out to slow them down, and with 50 seconds being slowed down here is a real big problem for NiP. Because if you just set up again outside of B, you know there are going to be more people inside, and if you go back to A, well, you don't have a lot of time.
I'm surprised at Zipnix. What was he looking at there for him to get so boldly caught by that flash? It's uncharacteristic of Zip for sure. Glaive needs to pump those HE numbers up as well. Definitely not up to snuff. We need to see better from him. But it is looking like they're going to commit fully here. NiP, it's onto the B side they go.
Nearly catching it, but 20 seconds left. This is being read by Astralis. They know what's coming. They got 3 people here, a 4th one about to join, and this is so slowed down right now. Rez is going to get dropped. Popsky's just going to try and put that bomb down inside of the smoke. Hamper's covering him, but that's only going to last for a minute there. Magisk with a nice double and a triple actually at the end of it. And Astralis will pick up their first round. And I just think it does. I mean, there's a very good chance that Sip could have just taken someone with him, but you actually see the power of that setup even without it, because it allows for the perfect Molotov, and then NiP are just stuck there. So they get such advanced information that it still just works out. Which normally, I mean, think of how often that happens on the B bomb side of Overpass, where you know that it's a B hit when they're on the site. And that you want to, on the CT side, you want to try and limit that, right? You want early information, and the B is like almost like the complete opposite of A, where in A you could be pushed up really far, you get really advanced warning when people are showing up. Not so much on B, so I'm happy to see that they try to do that.
Well, here's some of that aggression from Astralis, and NiP were ready for it. Checking, doing their homework. Device going to miss the pot shot on Rez, but this was a setup that we see here from Astralis on the CT side, where dupreeh and Device, that 1-2 combo, they really like to work together in mid to create room. They had Magisk helping him out there this time as well. But Device, he will set it up so that he gets that first shot with the AWP from Birthday. He'll do it a few times a half. So Rez, though, catching Glaive out, that's a big opening here.
Yeah, and
force Astralis to be careful with Magisk.
And he's going to go run. Rez, oh my god, he's playing on his own. He's just a distraction.
Kills. Except for Device. Device is the only one without a kill.
Yeah, it's interesting.
4 players have 4 kills. Illuminati confirmed.
But I mean, at that point in time, with the way that Rez worked the A side of the map, that should be a round win for NiP. They had that all set up. Aggression coming out though, even behind Device's own aggression. But Hamper's taking the kill on Glaive. That's Astralis feeling pretty bold at that point in time. He was being very quick about that.
Oh yeah, but look at Astralis, how they're going to address this. Now they've rotated dupreeh and Device over towards long. Device has got the angle. Hamper's, misses the shot, Device. Missed opportunity here, and now this closed angle isn't going to be as strong.
Did he hit the breadbasket though? Now that's a replay that we need.
Carbs.
I guess he did. Ooh, almost time. dupreeh is here though, and let's see. Yeah, this is a bit of a bait setup. So he's falling back. Are they going to check? They still will. That's some amazing groundwork coming up from NiP. They heard the steps back. They didn't just bite. That's an incredible shot from Device. And they're still going to catch him out. Now there's trouble here. Magisk on the site itself. He's going to go fight them, but there's just way too many people out there. And NiP managing to find just a very, very cool situation here. 4 versus 1. The Molotov didn't do anything, but just leave Sip alone and you'll be fine. Don't go fight him.
Hoping to get lucky there. Not going to happen. One thing that you can count on NiP, and this is, I think, a trademark of Threat as well, is systematic play. Like,
Yeah.
they are very on, like, that. You got some teams that are kind of clever, kind of tricky. If you're not paying careful attention, you know, that they're going to pull fast ones on you all the time and just really try and catch you off guard. NiP, I don't think, are like that. I think that opening kill on Glaive, cool. Now nobody goes alone. You saw that, right? They're pushing long together. They're pushing mid together. Nobody goes alone, and we're going to do everything we can to maintain the man advantage as we grind onto the site. So maybe Device gets a pot shot, but then Device gets traded, and we just maintain that advantage. And so, Threat really has that kind of straightforward approach to the game, and it's working right now against Astralis. Astralis now may need to start taking NiP seriously and stop horsing around with the over-aggression like we saw from Glaive at the beginning of this round.
Yeah, that, I mean, he was aggressive, but he was even being, like, he wasn't being subtle about it. Always is different when we get back to the LAN environment. Which
soon, please.
Listen, I can't wait for it, because we, not just the fact that we've all got so used to this now, but we have a lot of viewers certainly that have never seen that. So the translation from online to LAN this time is going to be really brutal. I can't wait for it. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be sick.
Well, here we go. 9th round, and Astralis are struggling, and the struggle continues into this round. Flash through. Glaive wanted to try and catch them, but instead got caught. That is how that works a lot of the time when you're trying to get those flashes through the smokes there. And now they slow it down. They want to see if Astralis will make another mistake somewhere. They will go aggressive. You could see them waiting on the other side of the map.
Well, they feel like Astralis, I mean, the way that this works, right? It's like the jujitsu of CSGO is that now, down a man, Astralis are the ones that need to make a play on the CT side to try and find a kill somewhere or at least get some information as to where NiP are setting up. Hampus pushing out here. Big opportunity for him to wreck it. Beautiful flank on Magisk, and he gets the second one as well.
That is so cool. And he knew that because Astralis had just tried to do that Molotov trick to force out his teammate in sewer. So he felt, okay, two people are going to be engaged in that. One is going to throw the Molotov, the other one is going to go peek. And so chances are they're going to be occupied with that. That was very well done. This, I mean, all of this right now for NiP is really cool.
Oh, buddy. Now Astralis, I mean, let's not get ahead of ourselves here. We've still got Astralis on the T side to look forward to. And their T side overpass is solid.
Yeah, but NiP have really come to play, right? Like, they're really fired up. Hampers, again, this is a quad kill, and he's just been fighting them straight up. This is really awesome. Great to see. He's 11-4 right now, so this is just very cool to see. We like these kind of stories, don't we? Because, again, in the prediction game that we're playing, oh, that's an ace. Hampers just aced NiP. Or not NiP, but Astralis all across the map. It took the whole round. He walked through the B bomb site all the way up to A long and just took them all down. That is so cool.
Oh, and I'm just taking a look real quick at some of, because we were laughing about that. This is obviously him just opening it all up on this B side as Astralis are just getting picked off one after the other.
Unreal.
It's sick. But, I mean, still... This is not how Astralis were hoping this would go at the beginning, being the heavy favorites.
No.
But then, I mean, that is always the other side of that sword, right, of the blade, is yes, Astralis, you are clearly the favorites, but also you're the only team with anything to lose in this scenario then, right? Because nobody's expecting anything from NiP going into the series. Everybody's expecting something from you.
Yeah, that's probably a good point. And you know that many teams will be watching what Astralis are doing and either to counter them in a game themselves or to learn from them and figure out, well, like this, some of their demos are going to be some of the most watched games for sure. So all eyes are on them, and maybe that's also what we're seeing here. Hampus continuing his reign of terror into this round. That is now 7 kills over the last 2 rounds, and he just wants to keep running. Might get caught here, he will with the Deagle, but still.
I gotta say, map on Inferno, 16-14. Took them a while. In that first half, Astralis were looking pretty cold too, but then they started waking up, and then it turned into a fight, and then they smashed EG on the next 2 maps, 16-8, 16-6 or something. So, is that something that we're just going to expect from Astralis now? Well, I expect utility damage and kills from Astralis. They've delivered on that all half long.
That landed right on top, and the door was open for them, so...
I know.
Yeah. No, you're right. We have seen some pretty cold starts from the Danish side, so some of the times they've had to fight their way back. Now they're on a mission to try and hunt down Nork and this AWP. Not that much money left either on NiP, so that's a bit tricky. At least res is a little bit low. Hampus could buy, so they can still put a buy together here, but yeah, this is perfect timing.
That lineup is... so annoying. What do you do? What do you do? You're flashed into oblivion. You're getting HE tagged.
Yeah.
Then you're just getting
King. No, we have a game plan and we're going to stick to it, and it will work eventually. I mean, it's also dangerous if you bail on your method of playing the game just because it's not working for a couple of rounds. Like, you don't want to do that either.
Sure.
So yeah, I guess they just felt pretty confident in doing that, which fair play. They've proven it right. Flash to go right over the wall. Let's see if it's going to help them out. Actually, device not pushed out far enough. And Magisk, he's diverted back down into connector, so it's really just device out here. Magisk trying actually to get... I don't know, he's in the middle of nowhere right now. A little bit dangerous. Device, though, that's a nice leg. And the grenade follow-up. Will it catch him? No!
Huh?
It must have bounced off. It must have not went over.
Oh, that's so disappointing.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? It looked like that was going to be just a touchdown.
And they have to realize that he's close. They have to realize that he's close with that HE.
All right, shot him through. Megan's turning around. Oh, man, they got completely distracted. Now he's going to swing for it. He'll take the kill and finally get traded. But this is still a very good opening for Astralis. They're going to be happy about all of this. 4 versus 2. And now they don't really need to fight anymore.
What is this, 2014?
With, well, at least some round loss bonus, so that's kind of helpful.
Huh.
Oh,
It just completely overshot him, that grenade.
Wow.
Sees that up close, baby. Yeah, what are you going to do? Just That's a tough one.
It's like a little tower they built.
And it was leaning. Oh, now Device and Dupree again. With the aggression. I like it. Don't show respect. Astralis were showing a bit too much respect, I guess. You know, just taking him a bit too seriously. That's enough.
If he would have had similar like an axe instead of a knife, he could have role-played a lumberjack or something and just chomped them right down.
Yeah, you've been playing too much Ark, my dude.
Maybe just a bit. It was fun though.
So who's the T-Rex on this team, Anders?
I mean, if I was on the team, it would be me. Because I did at one point have Sip, you know, riding on my back, but that's
it's true, and that is
story.
That's a story for another day. As already the push is coming through here. Knock is up on that A site. Dupree, he's living on borrowed time.
Oh, they're right behind him. Oh, but he turns. That's a nice shot. That's the power of the AUG. I mean, just the fact that you can scope in and just get that one headshot right there. That's pretty sweet. Dupree, he's actually fighting his way out of this just admirably. He's doing a fine job. And that means, very likely here, I don't know what Rez would do to fight his way back. He's low on time, obviously low on friends that are still alive at the very least. So, yeah, he's hoping for a chance. Give him something to work with, but it is not coming. So, in terms of a return into this map here, I bet NiP were hoping for a lot more. It's a nice attempt, but it's not going to be quite enough. 8-7.
They picked Overpass into Vitality, and we all had the impression, you know, during the global finals, right, that this was going to be like one of those trump cards for Astralis, considering they absolutely demolished Evil Geniuses on it earlier in the tournament. So you're thinking, okay, Astralis, Overpass could be a nice pocket pick that they can have when they don't want to play Dust 2 or don't want to play Inferno. And yet here we are. We find ourselves once again with Astralis struggling. And just struggling to find kills on an individual level right now. Astralis, I mean, they've got the money to buy the guns. They're just...
Rez has been found out. Device. That's not going to be a good idea.
No, but it is keeping them honest. I mean, if that is one way that you want to approach this, by keeping over here in sewers, outside of Monster, keeping on the B side of the map, NiP, they still have to have players over here on A. They still have to have Rez playing around restrooms or around long. And so it's keeping NiP honest in a way, because I mean, NiP are just trying to be one step ahead of Astralis. Eventually, Astralis are going to come back over towards A. And so Device there, in that situation, he's playing to that. He knows that Rez is going to be around here somewhere, and so he's looking for that kill. It just doesn't go his way.
Well, here we go once again. 30 seconds on the clock. Sip going to clear the corner, but Popsky will take him down. And now it is all on Dupree. He goes down. Now the bomb is making its way into the bomb site with 25 seconds. And NiP, man, what a way to start this new season off. I'm really impressed. Device, I don't know how he could make it through. The fact that he's even still alive is incredible. There it is, 16-13. NiP taking down Astralis on the very first